Everybody. Alright, so a little dark, and yes, I'm laying in bed, but I work graveyards, and it is 9:30 in the morning. I have to work tonight, so laying here trying to sleep. However, I have had 4 days of nonstop tingling in my new stump. So, I've been thinking a lot about the phantom pain and the phantom sensations lately, so I figured I would just make a little video and kind of explain things. I don't know if I've done it before. If I have, tough. Because this right now is just driving me batshit crazy. Anyway, to back up, so I had my left below the knee amputation on March 8th, so I'm just over a month out. And a week ago yesterday, I was at the prosthetist's office, and we were leaving when I was betrayed by my crutches and they allowed the floor to attack me. Uh, I went straight down. I weighed 280. Straight down, all my momentum because I was going up a ramp uh, onto my brand new stump. Probably some of the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. It sucked rocks. Um, Cussed up a storm, was sweating buckets. My wife said that my entire back of my shirt was soaking wet when I finally got up off the floor. I'm surprised I did not pass out. Luckily, we had the prosthetist there to help get me up, and luckily we had my wheelchair in the truck, just in case. Anyway, that, to kind of fast forward to this week, has not helped the phantom pains, phantom sensations. So the first 6 months or so after an amputation is really when you get a lot of the phantom pains. And I'm lucky that I get more phantom sensations than I get phantom pain. However, they will drive you knucking futs. So picture this. If you guys have, when you've had, your leg or arm fall asleep and it's waking up and that pins and needles tingling sensation. Yeah, so I've had that for 4 days straight, nonstop. It will not go away. Doesn't matter what I've tried. There's a lot of different methods, and every amputee is different with how their body reacts and how they can take care of things. One of the things that helps me is tapping my stump. The problem is that when I'm done, it starts tingling all over again. Rubbing a terry cloth towel over the stump helps. Another thing too, you got to be careful when it's fresh. When you've had a new so you've got a new fresh suture line, that kind of stuff. You kind of got to be careful, and it is uh, tender to the touch, especially after falling on it full force. So I've tried everything as far as shrinker shock, marjoram, the essential oil, actually helps me quite a bit. Magnesium, I've been overdosing on that. Drinking a lot of water. And like I said, the tapping and rubbing it, all that kind of stuff, and it's all seems like a temporary fix, and it just won't stop. And like I said, I'm trying to go to bed because I got to work tonight. But to talk a little bit more about the phantom pains, like I said, I get more phantom sensations, and it's tingly and that kind of stuff. The worst one is athlete's foot. That's the worst. The weirdest is if I feel like I'm stepping in a puddle. But as far as phantom pains, what I get the most, it'll feel like my foot is, especially my big toe, is being bent at a very unnatural angle, if that makes a lot of sense. So, like, grab your big toe and bend it up toward your head, and when you think you've gone far enough, keep bending, because that's what happens. Or, like, I'm wearing a shoe that's too small, and my toes are smashed up against the end of the shoe. Um, I'm lucky I have never had, knock on wood, I don't have any wood near me. Um, the burning, that's one that I've heard is pretty bad. Um, I have had the stabbing. The worst, though, is the electric shock. And most amputees that I know, I've talked to online and whatnot, we've all had this one. And if you see an amputee that's just sitting there and all of a sudden just like jumps out of their chair, yeah, they just got an electric zap through their phantom limb and it sucks pretty bad. Anyway, um, for the most part, after 6 months, they will die down. Um, and it's also dependent upon if you had a traumatic amputation versus like an elective like mine. We're both elective, so I had a vascular surgeon, being able to very meticulously separate all the nerves and everything. Um, but when you have a vet who steps on a IED, or you have somebody that has lost a limb, a traumatic amputation from a car accident, they will actually suffer quite a bit of the phantom pains because of the way that the amputation happened. So, anyway, I just had a few people kind of talk about stuff, and I had actually linked a really good article. Some pretty amazing ladies kind of talked about their phantom pains and kind of some of the stuff that they do to help, and it'll be below this post. Wow, my finger looks huge. It'll be down there somewhere. Anyway, I really need to try and go to bed. I'm kind of getting delirious at this point. So I will sign off. Just kind of wanted to give that post an update, I guess. I'm doing really good, actually. Um, we had to push it a week farther for my appointment to get my preparatory socket for my new amputation, my new leg. So we're pushing that out to April 24th. I still really, really want to do a 5K if at all possible on the 4th of July. Uh, I'm currently we're fighting with insurance on the feet that I'm getting. They don't want to pay for what I need. Anyway, that's a whole different ball game. The insurance paying for prosthetics. Um, Another huge shout out to Walt Watts out at Lucky Bamboo Tattoo, who did an absolutely amazing job with the biomechanical design, and to me it really looks like it's got a very Cthulhu feel to it, which I absolutely love. And once we put the lacquer on it to make it shiny, it really just made it pop, and it brought the depth out into it. So he's an absolutely amazing artist, amazing tattooist. So go give Walt a call up at Lucky Bamboo, get an appointment there, go get some ink done. Anyway, I'm going to bed. Laters.